In the days when the horizon shimmered with unspoken promises and every gust of wind carried murmurs of ancient secrets, there unfolded a tale so intricate and compelling that it has echoed through time. A tale of two wanderers whose destinies intertwined at the crossroads of mystery, danger, and the allure of hidden treasure. Gather close, for I shall recount the saga of Marcus and Lena, whose journey began on a crisp autumn morning and spiraled into an adventure that would challenge the limits of their courage, test the strength of their bond, and forever alter the course of their lives. Marcus, a thoughtful traveler with a rugged exterior and eyes that bore the wisdom of many roads trod, had long been a seeker of truths buried beneath layers of history. He carried with him a weathered leather journal, its pages filled with meticulous sketches of landscapes, cryptic notes from forgotten ruins, and the faded memories of dreams once held dear. Lena, his unlikely companion, was a spirited soul whose infectious laughter belied the depths of her own unspoken sorrows. With a mysterious pendant always clutched close to her heart, a relic passed down through generations and rumored to be imbued with the guidance of unseen forces, she moved through the world with a grace that seemed both ethereal and determined. Their paths converged on a lonely road that wound through a valley where the trees whispered secrets and the air trembled with possibility. Neither had planned to meet another kindred spirit on that fateful day. Yet, as if guided by the invisible hand of destiny, they found themselves walking side by side, drawn together by the shared hunger for adventure and the promise of something greater than themselves. Conversation flowed easily between them, a blend of cautious curiosity and unspoken understanding, as they recounted the tales of their past journeys and the dreams that had led them to wander far from home. One radiant morning, as the dew still clung to emerald leaves and the sun began its slow ascent over the distant mountains, the duo ventured into a dense, ancient forest. The canopy above, thick with centuries-old trees, formed a natural vault that filtered the light into soft, golden beams. It was here, amid the rustle of leaves and the murmur of a hidden brook, that fate revealed its hand. Shrouded by creeping vines and half swallowed by nature's relentless reclaiming, an abandoned house emerged from the undergrowth. A grand yet forlorn structure whose very presence exuded a palpable aura of mystery and melancholy. Drawn by a mixture of trepidation and irresistible curiosity, Marcus and Lena approached the house. Its once stately facade, now marred by time and neglect, bore the scars of forgotten glories and lost splendor. Weathered stone walls were entwined with ivy, and tall, arched windows lay broken like the eyes of a long-dead sentinel. The heavy wooden door, scarred by years of neglect, swung open with an eerie groan as if welcoming them to explore the labyrinth of secrets within. Inside, the atmosphere was charged with the weight of history. The air was thick with the dust of ages past, and every creak of the floorboards seemed to echo with voices of those who had once called this place home. Within the abandoned corridors, the duo discovered relics of a bygone era. Faded portraits of noble families, intricate carvings on crumbling walls, and scattered remnants of lavish furnishings painted a picture of opulence and sorrow. In one forgotten study, tucked away beneath a layer of brittle dust and yellowed paper, they found an old diary bound in cracked leather. Its pages were filled with the scribblings of a long-departed mind, detailing not only the everyday life of the mansion's inhabitants, but also cryptic references to a hidden treasure, a trove of riches and relics, said to be the legacy of a family whose fortunes had been as grand as their eventual downfall. Marcus's eyes shone with excitement as he carefully perused the diary. Every line, every faded ink stroke spoke of secrets waiting to be uncovered. Lena, her pendant casting a gentle glow in the dim light, felt a deep stirring in her soul, a resonance with the diary's cryptic hints that seemed to whisper of fate and destiny. Among the yellowed pages, they discovered a weathered map, its intricate lines and mysterious symbols charting a course through the very grounds of the mansion and beyond, into lands long forgotten by time. The map was not merely a guide to hidden wealth. It was a riddle, an invitation to a deeper understanding of history itself, woven with layers of allegory and myth. With hearts aflame with determination, Marcus and Lena resolved to follow the map's elusive clues. Their decision marked the beginning of a journey that would carry them far beyond the crumbling walls of the abandoned house, deep into wild and untamed landscapes where nature and mystery coexisted in a delicate, unpredictable balance. Their quest led them first back into the dense forest, where sunlit clearings and shadowed groves created a living tapestry of wonder and danger. Every step they took was a dance with the unknown, as the forest seemed to whisper secrets in a language older than man. Their journey unfolded like a living legend. They crossed rushing streams and climbed rugged hills, each new vista offering a glimpse of the beauty and brutality of the natural world. Along the way, they encountered remnants of civilizations long past, a stone archway half swallowed by ivy, the ruins of a forgotten watchtower standing guard over the valley, and ancient carvings etched into weathered rock that hinted at rituals and legends lost to time. Yet, for all the beauty surrounding them, a persistent tension lurked beneath the surface, a sense that they were not alone in their quest. Shadows danced at the edge of their vision, and every rustle in the underbrush sent their hearts racing, as if the land itself guarded its secrets with a fierce and unyielding resolve. Nights were spent under a canopy of stars, where the campfire's flickering light offered both comfort and the promise of revelations yet to come. In these quiet moments, Marcus and Lena shared stories of their pasts, of the dreams that had led them on solitary journeys, of the heartbreaks that had hardened their resolve, and of the hope that, despite the world's many betrayals, something pure and enduring still lay hidden in the heart of adventure. Marcus spoke of his childhood, growing up amidst tales of legendary explorers and ancient mysteries, while Lena recounted the whispered lore of her family, a lineage said to be blessed by the gods and cursed by fate, with the mysterious pendant serving as a silent reminder of both her legacy and her burden. As days turned into weeks, the map's clues began to coalesce into a coherent path. Their journey led them to a secluded valley where nature's beauty was both breathtaking and intimidating. There, nestled against towering cliffs and hidden behind a curtain of cascading waterfalls, they discovered a secondary structure, a smaller, yet equally enigmatic annex that appeared to be an integral part of the mansion's once magnificent estate. This annex, unlike the imposing mansion, exuded an air of refined mystery. Its walls were adorned with intricate symbols and motifs that mirrored those on the map and in the diary, suggesting that the creators of the treasure had been meticulous in concealing their legacy from prying eyes. Within the annex, amidst the lingering echoes of forgotten grandeur, they uncovered an astonishing cache of relics. Ornate keys, delicate porcelain figurines, and bundles of ancient manuscripts were arranged as if by design, a deliberate curation meant to lead the seekers deeper into the mansion's hidden lore. One artifact, in particular, drew their undivided attention, an elaborately carved lockbox whose surface bore the same cryptic symbols found throughout the estate. With a mixture of reverence and anticipation, Marcus worked diligently to decipher the lock's mechanism, his fingers tracing the curves of the carvings as if in communion with the past. When the lock finally yielded with a soft click, it revealed within a fragile scroll written in an archaic script. Lena, whose innate intuition had guided them thus far, carefully unfurled the scroll. Its message was a blend of warning and promise, a poetic incantation that spoke of a sacred chamber hidden deep within the mansion, a chamber that held not only the treasure they so desperately sought, but also the key to unlocking a legacy of knowledge and power that transcended mere material wealth. Armed with this newfound clue, Marcus and Lena retraced their steps back to the mansion. The once forlorn house now pulsed with a renewed vitality, its walls seeming to whisper encouragement and caution in equal measure. They navigated its labyrinthine corridors with a growing sense of purpose, each echoing footstep resonating with the gravity of their quest. It was in a forgotten wing of the mansion, a secluded corridor draped in cobwebs and memories, that they discovered a door hidden behind a tattered tapestry. The door, embellished with the same intricate symbols that had guided them thus far, beckoned with the promise of revelation. With a deep, collective breath, they pushed it open and found themselves facing a narrow, spiraling passage that descended into darkness. The passageway was a relic of a forgotten age, its walls lined with inscriptions that told stories of ancient rituals, lost kingdoms, and treasures of immeasurable value. Every step deeper into the passage was a step further from the known world, a journey into realms where time itself seemed to waver and lose meaning. Their torches cast trembling light on the stone, revealing faint murals and cryptic hieroglyphs that hinted at the passage's purpose as a guardian of secrets. As they advanced, a palpable energy hung in the air, a mixture of anticipation and foreboding, as if the very atmosphere recognized the gravity of their intrusion into its sanctum. At the passage's end lay a vast underground chamber, a majestic vault carved from the living rock of the earth. The chamber's vaulted ceiling soared high above, adorned with faded murals that depicted epic battles, celestial beings, and the eternal dance between light and darkness. In the center of the chamber, an ornate chest rested upon a pedestal, its surface etched with the very symbols that had marked their journey. With hearts pounding in synchrony, Marcus and Lena approached the chest, aware that this was the culmination of their arduous quest, a moment when the threads of destiny, woven over countless lifetimes, would finally converge. With trembling anticipation, they opened the chest. Inside lay not only glittering treasures, coins of gold, jewels that sparkled with an inner fire, and delicate artifacts of a bygone era, but also a collection of ancient scrolls and manuscripts that chronicled the rise and fall of a forgotten dynasty. These documents recounted tales of valor and sacrifice, of kings and queens whose reign had been both glorious and tragic, and of a sacred covenant that promised wisdom and power to those who proved themselves worthy. The scroll spoke of a treasure not merely of wealth, but of enlightenment, a treasure that held the promise of restoring balance to a world beset by greed and corruption. Yet, as the travelers marveled at the riches before them, an unsettling presence began to stir. In the margins of the ancient texts were cryptic warnings of a curse, a dark fate that befell those who sought to possess the treasure for selfish ends. Whispers of vengeful spirits and guardians of old crept into the edges of the illuminated manuscripts, their ominous tones a stark reminder that every great gift carried with it a heavy burden. Lena's eyes widened as she absorbed the dire implications, while Marcus felt a chill seep into his bones, a chill that spoke not only of physical cold, but of the weight of destiny and consequence. Determined yet wary, they resolved to honor the sacred covenant described in the scrolls. They spent days poring over the ancient texts, deciphering cryptic passages and piecing together a ritual that promised to unlock the true power of the treasure. The ritual was as complex as it was symbolic, requiring them to gather relics of nature and artifacts of the past. A ceremonial dagger etched with runes, a vial of crystal-clear water from a mountain spring long revered by local lore, and Lena's mysterious pendant, whose faint glow seemed to pulse in time with her heartbeat. With these relics assembled, Marcus and Lena prepared to perform the ritual in the very heart of the underground chamber, beneath the watchful gaze of history itself. As twilight bled into the chamber, the air grew thick with anticipation. The relics began to emit a soft, otherworldly light, and the ancient inscriptions on the walls appeared to come alive in the flickering glow of their torches. In unison, they recited the incantation from the scroll, a series of archaic words that resonated through the chamber like a long-forgotten melody. In that charged moment, the chamber seemed to vibrate with energy. The ground trembled, dust cascaded from the vaulted ceiling, and a hidden compartment within the ornate chest slowly creaked open, revealing a delicate, intricately crafted box. Inside the box lay a singular, radiant gemstone, a jewel that pulsed with an inner light reminiscent of the moon's gentle glow. The gemstone was no ordinary treasure. It was said to be the heart of the ancient legacy, a beacon of wisdom and hope that could illuminate the darkest corners of the human soul. As Marcus and Lena gazed upon the luminous stone, they felt a profound connection to the generations of seekers who had come before them, all of whom had dedicated their lives to the pursuit of truth and enlightenment. The weight of history, the promise of redemption, and the specter of impending danger coalesced into a single, defining moment, a moment that would forever alter the course of their lives. Emerging from the depths of the mansion, their spirits were both buoyed by the thrill of discovery and shadowed by the ominous warnings of the ancients. The world above was no less treacherous than the hidden passages below. News of their discovery had begun to spread, and not all who heard it harbored pure intentions. As Marcus and Lena made their way back through the forest and along winding country roads, they found themselves shadowed by figures lurking just beyond the flickering edges of lamplight. Rival treasure hunters, mercenaries drawn by the lure of untold riches, and even enigmatic emissaries of those who had once guarded the secret legacy now pursued them with relentless fervor. Yet, even in the midst of peril, the travelers pressed onward with unwavering resolve. They sought not only to protect the treasure they had unearthed, but also to preserve the profound wisdom encapsulated in the ancient scrolls, a wisdom that promised to restore balance to a fractured world. Their journey transformed into a quest for justice, as they forge alliances with kindred spirits along the way. A reclusive scholar whose knowledge of ancient languages proved indispensable. A former guardian of the legacy who had spent years in self-imposed exile, and even a local tribe whose ancestral lore echoed the themes of sacrifice and renewal found within the scrolls. Together, this motley fellowship navigated treacherous mountain passes, braved raging rivers, and ventured into the heart of hostile territories where nature itself seemed to conspire against them. Every obstacle, every encounter with shadowy foes, was a test of their collective will and the strength of the bonds they had formed. Around crackling campfires beneath endless starry skies, the group would share stories of lost empires and timeless truths, each narrative a thread in the grand tapestry of their shared destiny. In one particularly harrowing episode, as a bitter winter storm raged across the land, the group found shelter in the ruins of a forgotten fortress carved into the side of a snow-clad mountain. Huddled together for warmth, they listened to the wind's mournful wail as it swept through the ancient corridors of stone, a sound that seemed to carry the lament of centuries. It was during those long, perilous nights that Marcus and Lena, whose bond had deepened through shared trials, discovered a new strength within themselves. The hardships they endured only served to illuminate the true nature of their quest. It was not merely a pursuit of wealth, but an odyssey toward understanding the delicate interplay of destiny, sacrifice, and the eternal search for meaning in a world rife with both beauty and sorrow. As spring's gentle touch began to thaw the frozen landscape, the fellowship emerged from the mountains with renewed vigor and determination. They returned to the abandoned mansion, intent on unraveling the final layers of its mystery and ensuring that the treasure's legacy would not fall into the wrong hands. In a final, climactic confrontation beneath a sky streaked with the colors of dawn, Marcus and Lena led their allies in a desperate stand against those who had pursued them for greed and power. Amid a swirling maelstrom of chaos and clashing wills, the true nature of the treasure was revealed, not simply as a repository of wealth, but as a symbol of hope and a beacon for those who believed in a future built on truth, compassion, and unity. The battle that ensued was fierce and unyielding. Shadows and light danced in the early morning mist as enemies, driven by envy and avarice, clashed with those who fought to preserve a legacy that transcended material riches. In the heart of the conflict, Marcus and Lena stood side by side, their determination a powerful counterforce to the forces of darkness arrayed against them. Every swing of a blade, every whispered incantation, and every sacrifice made that day was a testament to the indomitable spirit of those who dared to dream of a better world. A world where the treasures of the past served not as instruments of division, but as guides to a more enlightened future. As the sun ascended, bathing the battlefield in a warm, golden light, the tide of conflict turned. The forces aligned against the treasure's legacy were driven back by a surge of unity and unwavering resolve. With the enemy vanquished and the promise of a new era on the horizon, the treasure and its accompanying wisdom were entrusted to a council formed from among the fellowship. A council dedicated to ensuring that the lessons of the past would guide the future and that the legacy of hope would endure long after the echoes of battle had faded. In the years that followed, the story of Marcus and Lena and the incredible journey that began with the discovery of an abandoned house in a forgotten forest became the stuff of legend. Their names were etched into the annals of history, celebrated not only as seekers of lost treasure, but as guardians of a profound truth: that the most valuable riches are not those measured in gold or jewels, but in the wisdom, courage, and unity that enable humanity to rise above the darkness of its own making. Their saga inspired countless others to embark on quests of their own, to seek out the hidden marvels of the world, to challenge the boundaries of the known, and to embrace the journey, however perilous, in search of a greater understanding of life's enduring mysteries. And so, as the years turned into decades and the legend of the Forgotten Mansion and its secret treasure spread far and wide, the tale of Marcus and Lena remained a shining beacon, a reminder that even in a world fraught with danger and deception, the human spirit possesses an inexhaustible capacity for hope, love, and the relentless pursuit of truth. Their journey, woven into the very fabric of time, continues to inspire those who dare to listen, to dream, and to embark on their own odysseys into the unknown. For in every heart lies the spark of adventure, and in every soul, the potential to transform even the darkest of nights into a dawn of infinite possibility. Thus, as I recount this saga, a single, unbroken thread spun from the depths of human ambition and the timeless allure of hidden treasures. Remember that the path of discovery is paved with both peril and promise. The legacy of Marcus and Lena teaches us that true treasure is found not in the fleeting glitter of wealth, but in the courage to follow one's dreams, the resilience to overcome adversity, and the unwavering commitment to preserve the light of truth in a world shrouded by mystery and doubt. Their journey, ever unfolding in the whispers of time, stands as a testament to the eternal dance between destiny and determination. A story that, as long as hearts beat and voices rise in the chorus of life, will continue to inspire generations yet unborn. And so, my dear listener, let this tale be a reminder that every step taken in the pursuit of truth, every risk embraced in the name of love and justice, adds a precious stitch to the vast, intricate tapestry of human existence. For in the grand adventure of life, it is not the destination that defines us, but the journey itself, a journey illuminated by the light of hope, enriched by the bonds we forge along the way, and forever guided by the timeless promise of a better tomorrow.